Goal takes a look at the biggest transfer rumors from the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A and beyond as we head into the winter window. Mohamed Salah's earlier season success with Liverpool has led to interest from Real Madrid. OK Diario reports, Zinedine Zidane's men have misfired defensively this season and are looking for solutions in front of goal, with the Egypt star touted as a possibility after an explosive beginning to life at Anfield. Madrid are aware that the deal during January will be complicated but set to return in the summer. Guangzhou Evergrande have agreed terms with both Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Borussia Dortmund for the transfer of the Gabon international this summer, SEMA Sports reports. The Chinese Super League side swept in with a bid of €72 million to snatch the striker from Beijing Guoan, who had offered €60 million. A spokesman for Beijing Guoan said it is unprofessional to poach other clubs' target and drive up the price so carelessly and recklessly, which will ultimately put the Chinese football and the national interest in jeopardy. Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger hasn't ruled out a January exit for Alexis Sanchez, and, if the Chilean does depart for Man City in January, he is ready to make Monaco's Thomas Lemar his replacement, according to L'Equipe. The Gunners failed with a £19 million bid for Lemar in the summer, and though Monaco manager Leonardo Jardim has insisted the France international is not for sale, Wenger could test his resolve should Alexis move on in January. With Monaco out of the Champions League and PSG cruising to a Ligue 1 title, the Principality side could be convinced to cash in on the highly rated 22-year-old. Philippe Coutinho is ready to pay €15 million from his own pocket to allow his move from Liverpool to Barcelona to take place, Mundo Deportivo reports. The Brazil star has already turned down more lucrative bids from Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain, but has his heart set on moving to Camp Nou. Liverpool have recently bumped the price of the star player up following a leaked Nike advert showing the 25-year-old is a Barca player and Coutinho is ready to pay the difference himself. Manchester City are poised to make an opening January bid of £35 million for want-away Arsenal forward Alexis Sanchez, according to the Daily Mail. Gabriel Jesus' knee injury has forced Pep Guardiola to reconsider a winter move for the Chilean, whom he had originally preferred to sign at the end of the season. Arsenal turned down a £60 million offer in the summer from Man City, but, with fewer than 6 months left to go on his contract, they could lose him for free in July. Chelsea centre-back David Luiz will be sent out on loan for the second half of the season, the Express states. The Brazil international has had a bust-up with manager Antonio Conte, who is now willing to offload the experienced defender. Andreas Christensen has kept him out of the starting 11 lately, and Juventus could seek to profit by snatching him on a temporary basis this winter. Arsenal will allow attacker Theo Walcott to depart this January, but not for a fee less than £30 million, The Sun believes. The 28-year-old has not started a Premier League game all season and is of interest to struggling Southampton, who wish to reinvigorate their campaign by signing the former youth star. Everton and Newcastle are also interested in the England winger. WBA wish to sign Arsenal fullback Mathieu Debuchy, L'Equipe reports. The France international has featured only in cup competitions for the Gunners this season and still believes that if he plays regularly he could feature at World Cup 2018 for his country. As a result, he could be willing to move to the Hawthorns 6 months before his deal at the Emirates expires. Eden Hazard has rejected Chelsea's second offer of a new contract, according to RMC. The Belgium international's current deal runs through 2020, but the Blues are offering fresh terms to prevent Real Madrid from swooping for Hazard. Antonio Conte is reportedly furious with Hazard's refusal to sign a new deal, which would have made the Belgian the highest-paid player in Chelsea's history. Manchester United are ready to hijack Real Madrid's move for Tottenham striker Harry Kane, according to Don Balon, via the Manchester Evening News. Kane is in high demand after establishing himself as one of Europe's best goal scorers, and the Red Devils have emerged as the main rivals for a potential Madrid bid. Chelsea and Manchester City are also reportedly interested in signing Kane, but Man United are seen as the biggest threat to Madrid. Barcelona and Palmeiras are far apart in negotiations over defender Yerry Mina, according to Gianluca Di Marzio. The 23-year-old has requested an immediate move to the Blaugrana after impressing with the Brazilian side since a 2016 move from Santa Fe in his native Colombia. Mina's agent and the two clubs will continue to negotiate in order to seal a January move. Chelsea aren't planning on ending the signings with the capture of Ross Barkley, as the Blues are now targeting Riyad Mahrez, reports The Sun. The Algerian has impressed in 201,718, scoring 7 goals and adding 8 assists in the Premier League so far. Barcelona forward Jose Arnaiz will demand a move to the Premier League if he doesn't get more first-team opportunities, according to Diario Gol. The 22-year-old has impressed when given the chance with the first team this season, scoring 3 goals in 3 Copa del Rey games, but the rest of his appearances this term have been with Barcelona. A host of Premier League teams, including Arsenal, Tottenham and Southampton, are willing to pay Arnaiz €20 million release clause should he move to England. Juventus were disappointed by Chelsea's signing of Ross Barkley, as they had hoped to offload Claudio Marchisio to the Blues, according to calciomercato.com. The 31-year-old has fallen down the pecking order at Juve, and enjoyed some of his best seasons in Turin under current Chelsea manager Antonio Conte. Though Chelsea were an enticing option for a sale, the signing of Barkley likely closes the door on any chance Juventus had to send Marchisio to London. Barcelona may be nearing a move for Philippe Coutinho, but Liverpool can use some of the funds from the Brazilian sale to make a move for Luis Suarez, according to Don Ballin. The Reds are set to net around €160 million from Coutinho's move to Barcelona, and could be tempted to turn around and spend some of those funds on the former striker, though Suarez is happy at Barca. Coutinho's arrival, along with Ousmane Dembele's return from injury and a potential summer move for Antoine Griezmann, could push the Uruguayan out of the lineup. Bayer Leverkusen star Julian Brandt may have his pick of German clubs in the summer, according to Der Westen. The 21-year-old has a €12.5 million release clause that can be activated when he enters the last year of his contract, which is an enticing option for Bayern Munich as the Bavarians continue aiming to stock up on young German talent. Borussia Dortmund have also been credited with an interest, and Brandt is also expected to listen to renewal offers from Leverkusen, out of favour. Barcelona midfielder Arda Turan in talks over a possible move to Chicago Fire of Major League Soccer, according to the Daily Mail. The 30-year-old has not featured for the Blaugrana this term, as the club have looked to offload him to several teams around Europe, but Turan could be tempted by a new challenge in the US, with Chicago, who signed Bastian Schweinsteiger for a $4.5 million deal last season. Liverpool will turn to Riyad Mahrez if they can't sign Thomas Lemar to replace Philippe Coutinho, according to The Independent. The Reds are bracing for Coutinho's departure for Barcelona, and have identified Lemar as a top option to replace the Brazilian. Monaco turned down a £75 million bid from Liverpool for Lemar in the summer, and if the France international's price is too high, the Reds will move for the Leicester City midfielder instead. Inter sporting director Piero Ozzilio says the club could offer Mauro Icardi a new contract to fend off interest from Real Madrid. Icardi signed a 5-year contract at San Siro in October 2016, but his red-hot form could mean the Serie A side will have to offer another raise to keep him at San Siro. The Blancos are reportedly planning to trigger a €110 million release clause in the 24-year-old's contract this summer to seal his signature. Read the full story on